What's happening, people? Dan and Scott here, West Ham Fan TV. Post-match drive, just coming back from the Rodney Parade. What a weird name for a stadium. The Rodney Parade in Newport after West Ham just beat Newport 2-0 in the Carabao Cup. We, if I don't know what the audio was going to sound like because the microphone died. Which is why we had to go and get a couple of the lads to send us their fan cams. So, big apologies to those people. It's just one of these bloody things. It's the most reliable mic I've ever had, and it just died on me.
Throw it out the window.
I should do it. Throw it out. If I wasn't strongly against littering, I would do that. I'm strongly against littering, but we was fuming. It was touching. We almost didn't come today because of the traffic. Yeah. I was on my way to Scott's and it almost didn't happen. He was stuck in traffic, but we came, and yeah, it was. I liked it. I liked the ground. I liked really good ground.
It was a nice old-fashioned type ground, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice to see grounds like that are sort of like a community type ground. You know, there's not many of them anymore.
I've seen a lot of people say Newport's a shithole, but I have to disagree, personally.
It's just another little town, personally.
Yeah, I mean, we walked across. It had those nice big bridges. It has the castles.
Yeah. The drunks asking for change across the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to that, you know. I live in Barking at Dagenham. They're on your front doorstep.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So yeah, made me feel at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our review of the area of Newport. But now for the game. Do you want to do starting lineup, Scott? You had a starting lineup, man?
Yeah, if we're 10 changes from Watford, weren't it?
Yeah.
Roberto making his debut in goal. Creswell left back. Zabaleta first game of the season at right back. Diop, the only player to keep his place. Balbuena coming in as the other centre half. Wilshere and Sanchez playing in the centre of midfield with Snodgrass one side, Antonio the other. Fornals playing behind, and Jetty.
I think it's a Yeti. I think it's like a Yeti.
Yeah. So strong lineup.
Yeah.
You know, decent. Good to see players getting a run out. Players getting their debuts. And we took it seriously. You like I said to you, that back four was our back four for parts of last season.
Yeah.
The Creswell, Zabaleta, Diop and Balbuena. That was our best centre half pairing of last season. So it was a strong side.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the thing. It showed to me the squad depth we've got now.
Yeah.
That we can then go, and like you said, it was only Diop that kept space, so we can make that many changes and still have that strong a lineup. Yeah. It's impressive. And I said he's taking it seriously. He could have just put more youngsters in and things like that, but I'm thinking he's learned his lesson from Wimbledon. Although Wimbledon, it weren't even actually that many young. That's how embarrassing it was. We actually had quite a few.
Yeah. I just think going back, to last year with the Wimbledon, it was their physicality that caused us problems, and I think you saw that again today with some players. Diop at times struggled with. Is it Abrahams, their striker, number 15? He struggles with these big physical players. I know Diop's a young lad and he's still learning his game, but he's very hit and miss at the minute.
Yeah, he was. I found him. He sort of got caught out high up the pitch, and then having to sprint back. He'd make a mistake or he'd put a tackle and missed a tackle. I mean, I think it was probably one of his worst games I've seen.
Yeah, it weren't his best game, put it that way. He's as I said, his form's a little worrying for me.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, because obviously he's got Balbuena there, and it's been chopping and changing who he's playing with a lot of the time. But I mean, there has to be a reason to it.
He's obviously Pellegrini's main man at centre half, isn't he? When you look at the fact that he's the one that has kept his place, and he's been ever present so far this season. So he's the main guy, and he is quality. Don't get me wrong, he's a very, very good player, but I said he just needs to become a bit more consistent for me.
I still think that a bit of the problem is where we play this high line and we don't pressure on the front. It really does put a lot of pressure on the defence.
Yeah.
Because it's they're just running through all the other players. You know, they get the ball high up the pitch, and then it's like all that pressure's on the back four.
Yeah.
Particularly the centre backs. So I don't think that particularly helps. So if you had the wingers, the strikers, everyone closing them down.
Yeah, that's it. You press from the front.
Yeah.
It said you cut out that ball, that you make teams work for their goals instead of sort of like making mistakes to give them, to give it to them.
Yeah.
But you can't only one. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the biggest disappointment for the night was the Antonio injury. First through ball. First, he opens his legs up, and I think everyone thought he got tripped by the defender.
Yeah, people were calling for a penalty.
Yeah, and it ended up being his hamstring win.
Yeah. And
they said that's not, to go down like the way he went down, that's not just a little pull. He's literally bursting through opened up full pace, and then it's like been shot in the back of the leg and he's down.
He knew straight away. He just knew straight away he had to come off.
Yeah. Let's just hope it's not too serious.
Yeah.
But
it's worrying because like I said on post-match pint, every half of football that he's played for us has been our best half.
Yeah.
He's been such a positive impact, I think, and he's getting back to form, and that's it. Now that's taking him out. Even if it isn't that long, he's still got to then regain all the match fitness and get back up to speed and get the rhythm back.
Exactly, and that is the worrying thing now. Is a player that relies on so much pace and brute force. When you get hamstring injuries and they keep reoccurring now and again, you lose that yard of pace.
Yeah.
It takes his toll on the body, and that it said, like you said, he come on, changed the game completely against Watford. With his directness and his speed. And he is going to be a loss now because we've lost that impact. With all the other wingers we've got, they're very, very good players, but they're all similar in the fact that they want the ball to the feet. They're not as direct as Antonio.
Yeah.
He just gives you that something different. I've been a big critic of his over the past couple of seasons, but I appreciate the form that he was getting back to. We were getting back to that old Antonio, the work ethic, the full of running, the causing of problems.
Yeah.
And it's just sad to see that injury's he's got that injury again.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what my worry is that it could be now, because there so many times it's going to be just so persistent. And we'll just have to see. But then we can bring on a player like Anderson.
Exactly. That shows the depth in quality that we've got. The fact that we can go on and do that. Years gone by, we would have brought on a youngster, because we didn't have anyone else to play.
Yeah. The thing with Anderson, I think he's got so much quality, but his decision making at times really frustrates me.
Yeah.
Of there's just the amount of times like he'll have yards of space to run with, and he'll just stop and make a pass to the side.
Yeah. Or that's it. And that is the frustrating thing with him. It's like the indecision. Like you said, he's got that opportunity to run forward, to eat up the space and create more space for another player to run off him by drawing a player into him. Yeah. And he doesn't. He checks back, or like you said, he plays a 5-yard pass that isn't necessary.
Yeah.
Because he's not like he's played the pass and then looking to move and receive the ball. But as the game, they caused us problems, as we knew they would. They've had a great start to the season, unbeaten. And knocked out Gillingham in the last round. They had a good cut run last season, so they were up for it. Sky have, put the game on the telly thinking it's another potential banana skin. Yeah. And I thought overall we deserved the win.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It is, and it's a clean sheet and massive.
Huge.
First of the season.
Yeah. And that's the thing, when you're playing sides like this from the lower leagues, being professional about the performance, getting the win, getting a clean sheet it's a big confidence boost for the players.
Massively.
And it was good to see Fornell's back in the side as well. showed spells what he can do today. He had the first chance in the first half, didn't he, where he hit the post.
Yeah.
He was unlucky with that.
Yeah, and you know he took his goal well.
Yeah. It was, it was. Well, if you think through the first half, they had that chance. We had that chance. They had the chance. Roberto saved with his legs, didn't he?
Yeah.
A bit of a ball across the box, and then I think it was a mix-up somewhere along the line, and Roberto. And it was good to see him. I didn't really see him in pre-season. I know a lot of people saying, not too sure about him. I don't think he's any different to Adrian and things like that. I thought he played well tonight.
He had a really good game. Yeah. He had a really good game.
Come for his crosses. Great save from that one, and then the save in the second half that he tipped round the post.
Yeah. Got a hand to it, and I thought overall, as I said, his distribution was good.
Yeah. So I said he had a decent game. When he was called upon, he acted well. And I think apart from them two shots, and then the one where I think it was Abrahams was sliding in and just missed the ball, that was the only time they really threatened us.
Yeah. One thing though, I think.
Yeah, one at the end, the mistake.
Yes, that's the one thing.
Yeah, it's hard to criticise Coventry for that one.
Yeah, I think the blame more is on Roberto because
playing him the ball.
He plays him the ball when there's a player right close to him. So you're not allowing Coventry to get enough time to actually think about what to do with the ball.
I don't think there was a call either, because you see, when we've seen it played back on the replay, he turns and he shouldn't be turning now. There's a player right up his arse and he turns and the ball's gone.
Yeah.
And luckily enough, the geezer skies the shot. Their lack of finishing let them down massively today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, big time.
And this goes back to when we're playing Premiership opposition. You're not going to have that. They're not going to have that lack of quality in front of goal.
I thought Watford the other day did. In fact, Watford I thought were worse.
Oh yeah.
True. Yeah,
that one, that Hughes miss, Jesus.
Some of them.
Good.
But but you're right. For most of the time, anyway, you're coming up against a lot more quality people in front, opposition in front of goal. And but we took our chance. I mean that Wilshere goal.
Good finish.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it sort of came from a misplaced pass, but to have the foresight by him.
Yeah.
So he makes that pass and runs around the other side of, I think it's Fornals.
Yeah.
I think Fornals is there. He goes to pass to Fornals, it gets intercepted, and he runs around and comes to the other side of the player, nicks the ball, and puts it back in the
slots it home.
Yeah.
That's a good, very calm, cool finish, that one.
Yeah. I thought his work rate today was excellent.
Yeah.
I really.
He gave the ball away a bit.
Yeah.
In silly areas, but other players were guilty of that as well. Anderson did it a few times. Fornals did it a couple of times. So he's not the only one, and it's good to get a win with him playing. I know it's only new people say, it's just Newport, but you've got to beat what's in front of you. And as us as West Ham fans know, there's many a time when we've gone to somewhere like Newport and got turned over.
Yeah. As we said, there are no mugs like Newport. Just go down. Like I said, it's not the same as beating the Premier League side, but it's not like we've seen Man United lose to low league opposition. We've seen every team's done it. Every team's done it. So you got to give credit where it's due, and he worked his arse off. And the thing is, another thing about him is he draws in a lot of fouls. Yeah, he draws a lot of fouls, which is a sign of a good player because they can't handle him.
No, exactly. That's it. That's something else that he brings. Look at Hernandez. Hernandez is another player like that, draws a lot of free kicks. I think Ajeti was a little isolated up top on his own, to be honest. He didn't really get the ball. He wanted the ball to feet a lot, looking at the way his body was, his movement and his signalling when they were down our end, that we could see. He wanted the ball to feet, and the balls weren't getting played there.
Yeah.
Got a lot of crosses in today, didn't we, as well?
Yeah, we did. It's funny though, first half we were sort of just trying to do what we usually do, is that pass it round the box, pass it until
so many times we had the opportunity to shoot.
It's just so frustrating because it's like they don't know what to do. They've got no ideas, and they're like, "Well, I'll pass it to you." And, you do something. You do something. And we just kept doing that, and it was like, "Geez, just have a do something." And then in the second half was when we went more direct.
Yeah.
we started whipping in balls, or we was playing through balls in.
Yeah. I thought we looked a bit better when we went more direct as well.
I don't know why we just don't do that more often.
I think even in the Watford game in the second half, we went a little bit more direct. I know having Antonio coming on gives you that option.
Yeah.
But I said you can't pick up really. I said Diop didn't have the best of games, but I don't really think anyone had a poor game.
No.
Sanchez I thought done all right.
Yeah, I thought.
That'd be a bit of a confidence boost.
Yeah, Sanchez. Actually, that's a good point. Actually, Sanchez. He made one. I think he had one situation where he sort of made the mistake, lost the ball. But then every player's going to make a mistake across 90 minutes.
I thought overall that's the best game he's had for us.
Yeah.
You can say again it's lower league opposition, but players need games like that to get a bit of confidence. Balbrainer will hopefully get a bit of confidence back now with that clean sheet and the performance he put in. So this result could do us the world of good going into Saturday.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's like I said, it's a boost in confidence. The thing is with Sanchez, I don't think he's as bad as he gets made out to be. I just think it's the severity of that mistake was so bad he made against Wolves.
Yeah.
Last season, that now like every little thing he does is hyper focused on.
And the thing is as well, he's the position he plays in is a position that Declan Rice plays.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So he's going to be compared to Declan Rice, exactly. And look, and I'm not here saying like he's a brilliant, but he's a squad player. Yeah, that's what he is, and he does the job as a squad player.
Exactly, that's it.
And that's the thing. We can't, we can't use Declan Rice too much, over rely on Declan Rice entirely. I think it was the right decision to have rest Declan Rice and have Sanchez in.
I think so as well. The boy played a lot of football last season, and he started every game so far this season. So you got to take as much as I want us to take these games seriously and win. I said we need a cut. I said it in the preview. We need a day out at Wembley. We need a trophy. It's the thing that's missing. It's been a long time since we've won a trophy. We need to go out there and this is the cup we can take seriously because it finishes early.
Yeah.
And a lot of the big boys ain't really interested in it until they get to the later rounds. So you've got to go for it, and like I said, you can finish 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th all day long in the Premier League. You don't remember it. You need. It's the cup finals, it's the trophies. That's what you remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if we want to keep players like Declan Rice and stuff like that, we need to be winning trophies.
Yeah, massively. So, yeah, I definitely think we should go for it. I think we've got a squad depth to try to give other players chances and things like that, and still have a good go.
Yeah.
Especially in these games now. So I think that is the benefit. But I just hopefully as time goes on as well, all of these players just start to settle now, because there's just a lot. They're not. It doesn't seem like they really, and they should. I mean, except for Fornals, but they really know each other's like strengths and weaknesses, or it's just decision making. Like for example, playing a long ball to Fornals, expecting him to win a header. Yeah. Playing through balls to Snodgrass, who's not known for his pace.
Yeah.
So he's never getting on the end of him.
Yeah. But this is the thing. You say that we do the same thing with Chicharito when he's up front.
Yeah.
We play long balls into him, and sometimes he does draw the foul, but he's not going to beat a 6 foot, Duffy, 6 foot whatever Duffy at Brighton.
Yeah.
For the ball. And that's where we fall foul sometimes.
You're better off just playing maybe a ball over the top that he can run onto.
Yeah. But again, that's not his type of. It's not his type of play. I just think with the strikers we have, we're more suited to playing the two up top.
Yeah, I would like to see a striker. This would have been a game to give it a go.
Yeah.
Really, we could have played Yeti and Hernandez, or
I think Hernandez is still injured.
Was he injured?
Yeah. He picked up a knock in training, didn't he?
Oh,
that's
right.
Why he was out of the game Saturday.
Right, okay. See that, but even Alaire's obviously he missed out the Brighton game, so you could have played. Obviously, it'd be a disaster if he got injured.
Well, this is it. This is always in the back of the mind, isn't it? With us, is people picking up injuries.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's reared up and bit us on the arse with Antonio.
Yeah, it's a shame, but that's one of it's always a possibility, isn't it, in these games, and it stings a bit more when it happens against a game field. They could have not had to play.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like I said, you want to take games seriously. You want to win everything. You want to win as many games as possible. Winning games breeds confidence. We've now won 2 on the spin. We're unbeaten in our last 3. You know, going into a game against Norwich, who are going to be a tough side. You know, they've got a decent striker in that Pookie. His movement's going to cause us a lot of problems. He's the type of player I think we can handle. You know, he's not big, massively physical, and he's not lightning quick. So, you know, his movement's good. It's going to be tough, but
hopefully we've got a game plan to keep him quiet.
Game plan is go forward and score more goals than them.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I have noticed since, lately, in the Watford game and today, our marking has actually improved since that. I don't know if I'm just seeing it or what, or I haven't noticed, but since the blunder against the goal that got disallowed against Brighton.
Oh yeah.
Well, which was just like so many players leading players on. It seems like we're picking players up more now, and maybe they've put it up. It just seems that way to me.
It's like a lack of organisation from set pieces and things like that. You know, again today Newport, you know, they got a couple of headers from corners. Look, you're not going to win every single ball, but you know they weren't a very big physical side, so that is a little bit what you know. It's like every game, there's positives and negatives to take from each of the games.
Yeah, like I said, overall, the overall feeling is a massive positive. Overall, because so we've gone up there, and like I said, we've done a job, and we've made it easy. We haven't made it hard for ourselves, you know. When we usually go behind the goal.
Yeah, we haven't conceded a silly goal.
Yeah,
and, you know, we rode our luck a couple of times, like we do in every game. But
the thing is, most games, across the 90 minutes, each team's going to have its highs and lows, its momentums.
Every team has a spell, and it's out what you do with a ball in that spell.
Yeah.
You know, if Newport went out a spell in the game, if they'd scored, we would have been in trouble. But they didn't. You know, and then we went on and scored our goals.
Yeah.
You know, the first one come from a bit of a mistake from theirs, but you know, Wilshere was there to take advantage of that, and that's what you want.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the thing. When you're there and you start putting that pressure on, then you can help, you know, cause mistakes and take advantage of the mistakes.
Exactly.
What you did, you know, usually some players will go, oh fuck, I've lost the ball. Well, I better start jogging back and anticipate the attack.
Yeah.
But that's where we're supposed to be pressing. Like as soon as you lose the ball, press.
Yep.
And that's what Wilshere did, and that's what we all need to do. All the players need to do that. I don't understand why he's not drilled that into the attacking players.
Yeah. And our ball retention was a bit better this week. This game. Again, people will say, oh, well, you know, it's only League 2 opposition or League 1 opposition, whatever they are. But, you know, again, that's what you've got to do. You've got to keep the ball. You've got to keep the ball moving.
Yeah, like, let's listen, if you're going to say, well, you know, this is only Newport, we might as well have just said that on the video, innit? If people are going to say, right, oh, well, we won, it's only Newport, see you later. Can't take anything from the game. It's, you know, they're still having to go out there over 90 minutes and put in a performance against a team who really want to win. All these teams step up their games when they play the big teams. It's a real incentive. Like, you've got the TV cameras there. This is such a big opportunity to them.
They said, you know, they turned Leicester over last season, didn't they? Beat Borough, beat Leicester. Yeah. Well, I think they drew Borough and knocked them out on penalties, or beat something. I can't remember probably, but beat Leicester. You know, and like I said, it's a big occasion. It's a big money spinner for that type of club.
Yeah, exactly. The incentives there, it's huge. You know, and plus they did well last season. So yeah, listen.
Overall, it was a nice little away evening, weren't it? You know, got a good result. The banter between the West Ham fans in one stand and the West Ham fans in the other stand was the funniest thing about the day.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was because the Newport fans sort of went a bit quiet after a while.
Well, at one point I thought we'd gone to a library because they were so quiet. You know, they had the guy, all the noise before the game, someone banging the drum.
Yeah, the drum and everything.
Within 5 minutes of kick-off, it was like, oh, everyone's got to sleep.
Yeah.
You know.
So it wasn't so much. I mean, there was a little section of Newport fans who chipped up after like a while. They sort of after we scored, they started. I think they saw the banter like our sets of fans were having, and they just tried to get involved. Yeah. But I couldn't really hear them because it was only a small group. It's not a knock on Newport fans as a whole, but just for that game, I don't know what it was. It
was actually nice to watch a game of football where like it was a bit quiet, so you can hear what goes on. You know, what players are communicating on the pitch and things like that. Yeah. You know, that made a change. See, 'cause you don't really see that. Like, you don't have the opportunity to, unless you're playing in the La Leagues without a lot of fans, you don't really see that.
Oh yeah, in a big stadium. Yeah, I mean the capacity of that Newport ground is quite small. I'd say it must be.
I don't know. What was that tonight? 6,000 something.
Yeah, it was 6,000 or something. Yeah. So.
But yeah, and trust us, one of the hottest days of the year. And it rains. Yeah,
exactly. We've come down. We went down in shorts and t-shirt, me and Scott, and you know, because it was sweltering when we left, and we started getting pissing down on us.
It's all right, though. It's all part of the fun, mate. Yeah. All part of the fun.
But yeah, no, I think Norwich is just going to be a big test of where we are and what we do. Norwich at home, because it's at home. It's at a promoted side where you think, right, well, we should be getting 3 points here. Yep. Yep. So let's see if we can, you know.
Our record against newly promoted sides isn't the best.
No.
But saying that, you know, I remember we took on Huddersfield a couple of seasons ago and they were flying and we turned them over. So who's to say we might do the same against Norwich?
Yeah.
As long as we approach it in the right manner, I think we'll be alright. I think we've got enough about it.
Yeah. I would love to see an improvement over that last season where we had this. Like it was like a mentality problem of teams that we should be beat. We never looked motivated. We never looked up for it. Yeah. Like both Wimbledon games are a massive example of that.
Yeah.
A lot of games, it's just like we weren't. I was baffled by it. But we would go and turn up.
When we went to Brighton after turning over Man United 3-1, you know, and then getting beat 1-0.
Yeah.
You know, that was our downside last season.
Yeah, exactly. We'd beat Arsenal, you know, and then go away. Was that we beat Arsenal? Then was that the one where we lost to Burnley afterwards?
I think was it in and around that, weren't it?
It was in and around. Well, it would bet that would be kind of like the story. We'd have like a really great win, and then we'd just turn to shit like next because we think, right, we're amazing. We'll just turn these over. So I want to see that improve this season, that mentality. But yeah, I think it was interesting. Obviously, Zabba got the captain's armband over Creswell.
Yeah, that was a fourth game of the season, fourth different captain as well. It's a bit strange, like you said before. Maybe there isn't a vice captain, or maybe Zabba. It's Zabba's first start of the season, and he's given a captain's armband.
Yeah.
But for me, I think when Noble's not there, Zabba's the perfect person to take up the mantle of captain.
Yeah.
He's vast experience that he's got. He's a true professional. So, it's good he's given that responsibility, and he can be quite vocal.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's definitely got them leadership capabilities about him. It's hard because, when we haven't had Noble and Zabba playing, you're looking around and you're thinking, where could who could possibly be captain in this side? Yeah. And you
definitely
can't think of anyone else, and that's the thing is that's a bit of a problem because you're thinking, I don't know, maybe Noble now he's fit is going to be a big part of the side, but if he's not playing, and Zabba's probably not going to get too much game time in the league, where we need someone who's got can be the captain, and I don't know who that is.
Has anyone tonight for you played themselves into the starting 11 on Saturday? Sorry,
that's a good question. Let's see. Saturday. That didn't usually start.
Yeah.
Fornals, I'd say.
Yeah.
Fornals, I'd give him a start. I thought, like I said, he had created some chances. He had some opportunities. He scored. It's a tough one. Wilshere, I would be inclined to say Wilshere, but I just don't think you can drop Noble.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking that with Wilshere, he done well tonight.
I think he should be in the squad.
Yeah, but Noble was fantastic against Watford. Yeah. So you can't drop him.
Can you imagine? Right, go back about 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Say 4 years, 4 years, when, even maybe 3 years, when Wilshere was at the peak of his Arsenal height, right? Would you say, no,
you're picking
him out of the team?
Yeah.
Keeping him out of the
That's
side.
it. It's,
But it just goes to show how underrated Mark Noble is.
Yeah, of course.
He's massively underrated. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, no one would ever believe it, but it's he had a great performance. You can't drop him. But
exactly.
I'd be very tempted to put him in the. I mean, unless he finds a way to play, if he wants to play like the three.
I said this before. I do think we should have a game and try and play Noble, Rice, and Wilshere together.
Yeah.
To see how that would work, because there's going to be a time within this season that we're going to need to play a couple of them together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the three of them together. Sorry. So it'd be a good one to see it work.
Yeah.
See if it can work.
Change it up. Try different things out. But yeah, I do think he should be on the bench at least.
Oh, definitely. I think he will be.
Yeah. For now. Anyone for you?
As I said, Wilshere, I thought done all right. Sanchez done okay, but I wouldn't start him against Norwich. Not really anyone else. To me, no one else really stood out that much that they warrant starting.
Yeah.
And as a team performance, Bono got a lot of criticism against Watford, but I thought it was one of his better games, to be honest.
Yeah. The thing is, I think Balbuena was the better of the centre backs today.
Yeah.
But then this is the thing: if you drop Diop and then start Balbuena, it's just another.
It's a change in the back four again, and we need to get a bit of consistency in the players that we're playing, so that they can build up a relationship in the back line.
Yeah.
Where they can, they understand what each other's doing, how each other's playing, and do it that way.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what he goes with on Saturday. But yeah, fingers crossed we just win and we just have a convincing win. We need that. I think a nice home game.
Yeah, that's it.
We have a convincing performance.
I said our own form's not been too bad. I know, we lost obviously to City, but overall last season our own form weren't too bad. So fingers crossed we can go and get the first win at home of the season and push on from there, going after the international break. Yeah,
that's it, mate. Well, I think we've pretty much summed it up. The thing is, it's so hard doing these types of games, because then it is always that, it's against Newport.
Yeah.
It's that you don't know how much you can actually read into it. That's the problem.
Exactly, mate.
You can, but the same way you can only beat the teams in front of us, we can only review the games in front of us.
Exactly. That's it.
So,
that is it.
But no, it's good. It was a good away day. Like I said, I always enjoy coming away with you, Scott. So,
we have good fun, mate.
Yeah, exactly. We have some good car chats.
Yep.
Some good away day drive chats. So, but yeah, what is it now? It's nearly 1:15 in the morning in London now.
Yeah.
Back in London. Hopefully, go out and get some sleep.
Just trying to work out whether I've got to pay the ULEZ charge or not.
Oh yeah, all the bloody rules and crap they've got coming up. But yeah, a few people have noted to us about our t-shirts, so ask us where we get them from.
Yep.
So do check the link down below in my Shopify page. Yeah, and obviously now it all starts. We get all the stuff gearing up for the Norwich game. I've got
back again later on today for the Norwich preview.
Yeah, never ends, mate.
I know.
It never ends.
I may sleep sometime.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's not all fun and pints, There's the stuff that happens behind the scenes. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know all your comments below, what you thought of the game, standout players, all of that stuff. And we will see you for more content during the week. One thing left to say:
come on, your eyes.
Let's keep his hands on the steering wheel.